I'm Hip Hop Harry, and you're watching NorCal Tonight. Hey, that's me.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Allstate Chris with another episode of NorCal Tonight with the big guy, Amish Johnson.
Hey.
That's going to be good. It's going to be a good one, guys. So, as usual, we're just going to kind of go over a few questions, just kind of get some perspective from the big Amish here, and hope you guys enjoy. So, you've been around for a while.
Yes, I have.
If you were to look through social media, you can see that Mr. Johnson here has been in the game for quite some time. Like, what would you say? How long has it been?
Well, I've been in NorCal Professional Wrestling scene since 2011. I originally came here, and bottom line, I was very, very, very ill prepared for training. I was around 380, 390 pounds, extraordinarily overweight, and due to that, I continually got injured due to just being out of shape and being ill prepared. And it took me quite a few years to get in better shape, just to train. And then once even I was through training, which took me 3 years, just continually through injury and getting in the right shape. And then once I debuted, I realized I wasn't even in good enough shape to wrestle. Really, it's so because people think anybody can do this, but you have to be in a certain shape. You have to be at a certain level of health to protect yourself and who's in the ring with you. So even then, I had to step it up, and I had my friend, who is a super beast, Crody, really helped me out a lot. And tell me what's
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
a lot of stuff. And the great thing is people here in NorCal, when they see somebody come in that ill prepared, they kind of brush them off first. But once I stayed, a lot of people around here, they really were accepting, and then they pulled me aside and like, you're improving this area, like you need to work more here, and like always give me tips, always give me advice, and it's really a great area to come up in.
That's great. When you talk about advice, what's some of has there ever been it doesn't have to be a full description, but a line that stuck with you forever? Like somebody gave you some advice and just hung out?
There's been quite a few that really, really stick out. I even wrote them down. I keep them at home and I read them from time to time. First and foremost, keep your eyes and ears open, mouth shut, and absorb like a sponge. That's from Roland Alexander. Joe Applebaum. This isn't a video game. You can't just pick it up and put it down as you please. That's something that when he said that was something he said as a training, and it really, really just kind of resonated with me. Jody Christopherson told me, 2 months into my training, be patient, stay humble, and never stop paying your dues. And that's something I always try to make sure to do ring crew at every show. Even if I'm wrestling, I don't care if I did the main event, I don't care if I had a title match. I feel like I kind of like to do ring crew, help out a little bit, and do my part. And when you got guys like promoters and stuff that are doing ring crew, it's like, I'm wrestling a year, like who am I to not help out?
Yeah. Well, and that's something as a fan we do see. I mean, at least me, I see that paying your dues is a integral part of becoming a part of the wrestling business. It's just, regardless, like you said, of where you're at on the card, I think it's something that wrestlers take very seriously as you pay your dues, and that's definitely commendable to you guys for that. So, not too long ago, obviously social media, and I believe I was there for the actual event, but I don't know if I was for sure, but I go to a lot of events, guys, I'm sorry. But anyway, this gentleman held some gold. You had your hands on a set of titles. I call them a set because it was a tag team. I'm going to kind of elaborate on how that felt. And
it felt pretty good because that event was the Real Deal celebration, and we walked out of the Real Deal celebration with the Real Deal's title belt on one of them, and that felt pretry good. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, he still had the heavyweight belt, and that's good for Will, but took one of his.
That's right. Took one away from the team, right? Team Will. Well, that's cool. So how did it feel? Was that your first title?
Yeah, that was this first title I've held, and that was fun. It was a good experience. It was really something that changed a lot of things. changed a lot of like my trainers seeing that, and then more or less telling me that this, if I'm getting this means I need to step up my training, and they like really made it clear that I need to step it up if I'm going to be seen in that light.
Yeah,
it was also a nice nod from a promoter saying, thank you guys for putting in your work, and both myself and Atticus Lynch, I feel like both of us worked quite hard. I know that he really busts his ass over PCW.
Oh yeah,
that guy works really hard. The thing that sucks about our situation, we message each other a lot of things we want to work on and adjust with, and it sucks that we can't train together as often as I would like.
I can understand that, absolutely. Schools are kind of few and far between. They're kind of distance between them. So, and of course you got to get your training in. But that's awesome, man. So was that like would you consider that a surreal moment? Well, like when you got home and like you see the funny CM Punk stuff and he put his title in the fridge. Now I'm not expecting that you did anything like that, but did you take a look at the title and say like wow, you won gold.
Yeah,
right? They don't just put that on everybody.
That's true. That to me is the real accomplishment, is that somebody has faith in you. Somebody
okay, I like that.
Somebody thinks you're not going to mess it up, and that is what that means to me.
And what I love about it too is like you win the title, and while some fans, I'm not saying workers feel this way, but some fans may perceive that as, all right, he won the title, like cool, now he's. But no, your response was, I won the title, so now I'm going to go train harder. Yeah. Because I want to carry the title, and I want to be a representation of a champion. So the only way a champion represents himself is with training. So that's awesome, man. I commend you for that.
Well, that's my trainers. That was their initial, immediate response to me winning a belt, was making that abundantly clear.
That's awesome, dude. So, when we're talking about titles and stuff, and you mentioned Roland Alexander, and I've seen that you were in several photos, like class photos from back in the day. So I don't know if APW's heavyweight title would fall in this category, but is there a specific title in this entire territory that you have maybe a special place in your heart, or something that says like, man, I want to hold that title. Like I want to one day hold that above my head.
If I could someday hold either the Catholic Panda Wrestling Grand National Championship.
Oh man.
That's a title that I think is very distinguished.
Well, definitely nothing but big names have held the title. Yeah, it's pretty serious stuff.
Panda Day Omega, he's retiring, so.
Oh no, really?
So the title might be up for grabs. I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Dude.
Like Guido hasn't really posted anything. So.
Well, I'll tell you right now that if and I'll say it out loud. If Amish Johnson gets booked in the main event at Catholic Panda Wrestling, right, my $20 will be in the ticket box, man. I will give you 25. Actually, yeah. I'll throw in an extra little. Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm a fan. So seeing Mr. Johnson here in the main event would be huge. Catholic Panda Wrestling. Exactly. I would think about booking that. So as far as goals are concerned, I think goals are a big thing with pro wrestlers. I've talked to a few of them, and it seems like that's like the, you set goals for yourself. As far as immediate and long-term goals, do you have any?
Immediate and long-term. As far as immediate, more or less just to improve myself, step up my game. That was the biggest reality check of this year. I did very well at. As I believe it was, I think Levi told me I need to kind of look at pro wrestling level as like a high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and as a freshman, I felt I kind of bossed it. I had 55 matches my first year, and that's really good.
That is really good. Yeah.
Wrestled out of state, and
52 weeks in a year, guys. So if you had 55 matches, that's a great year.
There was some really fun back and forth. But then I kind of went up a notch, and then it was that, very much needed. I need to step it up. When I looked more like out of areas, I had some friends bring with them to larger shows, and it was like, okay, these guys are clearly on a different level than I am, so I need to really go back and change myself. And step it up.
Implement some new. There's nothing wrong with putting a little new in there. Yeah. So, with training, and obviously that's a huge part of your wrestling career at this point, and that's awesome. I love it. It's probably going to be a huge part the entire time.
Yeah.
So, what kind of advice, like say you had a newcomer that approached you, who knows, maybe you had 1 match, 2 matches in, and he just asked you for advice. What would be some advice you would give him? Would you pass on what you've already been given, or would you give him something a little from the dozer heart?
I don't know. It depends on the person. Kind of different things come to different people.
That's a good point.
Is especially it. I'm very blessed. Like I'm 6'6", so that really opens a lot of doors for me. And there's a particular person that I'm working with now that he's frustrated because he's been wrestling as long as I have, but he's not getting anywhere, and I have to you can't be a monster. I'm sorry, not everybody is like that, and it's also something to where, again, I have trainers to make sure they stay on me so I can continue to be a safer big man.
Yeah.
And keep training, so it's pretty much always train, keep going.
Always train.
Yeah.
That I can't commend this guy enough for the fact that he said the word train several times today, and it shows that pro wrestling isn't about just going out there and body slamming. And you need to know what you're doing. You need to focus on your future, and the only way you're going to do that is by training, and that's a big deal.
And
so
I just want to make sure clear with that. That's just because I've recently been chewed out for my attendance slipped. So
okay.
So it's on my mind.
Doesn't mean he doesn't care.
Yeah, no, I'm not just saying I'm not perfect. It's like it's on my head.
Yeah, that's a key.
My coach in my ear all the time.
So I ask all my guests, a lot of the same questions. Not all the same questions, but definitely one that I always ask is, do you have any, maybe funny, good road trips? You guys are on the road quite often. You're on freeways, sometimes airplanes, doing your thing. Got anything good for us?
I'm trying to think. There's been some really good ones. Just trying to pick one is rather.
Yeah.
Rather.
You've been on a lot of freeways.
Yeah, I've been down to LA. Been over up to Utah, which was 12 hours of myself and basically Tony Vargas insulting each other for 12 hours straight and waiting for Sen to fall asleep so we could take his rental car up to 140. That's a good one.
That's love right there.
It was all in his name, so as soon as he's out, we're going.
Oh man.
Let's see. Being on the road with Tilo the Insano is probably one of the most pleasurable road trips to ever go on. He's a fun guy. Him and Big B, they're both of them like to listen to podcasts on road trips, and that's fun. Tilo and I have also prank calls on the road, prank calling the crap out of people.
For people you know, or just random numbers?
People we know.
With today's world, are you blocking your number, or? Oh, that's funny, dude. That's a good one.
There's various ways. The color eat shit.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I guess you're right.
There's that was a good one with Big B. We used to wrestle for this ad promotion that drew 3 people. So we would listen to these DMX lyrics.
Shout out DMX.
DMX.
Always. Rough.
Exactly.
Word.
Riders, But we would listen to DMX, and I would pick out random lines from his songs to just yell out at the show, because there's 3 or 4 people there. Why not? Let's have some fun, have a blast, maybe get them into it. And he has some fun stuff. A raccoon ain't nothing but a big cat is in one of his songs.
Oh, okay, nice. Nice, good promo work for later, right? Yeah. Thank you, DMX.
Yeah. I'm always grateful for DMX.
That's good stuff. So, keeping it on the funny topic, man, during in-ring competition, has there ever been a moment where you just almost busted your shit? You had to stop yourself from just laughing out loud because something funny, whatever. Maybe somebody said something funny, or?
I was at one show, and come to the ring with this big axe, and the ref comes up to me, pats down my waist, pats down my legs, and then says you're good, and then walks and pats down the other guy. I am holding an axe, and he is patting me down for weapons. And I just like, I have to stare at my opponent, who is also like very puzzled at what the hell he just saw. And just like we look at each other, and he says go, and I charge him with the axe. So what, yeah, why not?
Yeah,
He yells at the ref, and the ref finally goes, yeah, I have a weapon in the ring.
Oh man.
That was probably one that it was really hard not to laugh that, and I got put in the head scissors, and the guy farted.
That's what I'm talking about, NorCal Tonight.
That was really hard. Like I was almost in tears holding in that laugh, and so was he, and it was that was something else.
That's a moment. That's pro wrestling right there. That was a moment. That's great. That's great. Crop dusted you in the head scissors. Yeah. That's awesome, bro. That's good stuff. I think no, I'm kidding. So it's fairly early in your career,
yeah.
Right? You know, you said 55 matches in your first year.
Yeah.
So do you know about where you're at now? Sounds like you're keeping track.
I just wanted to keep track of my first year.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea.
All right. But it's you're fairly early.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, as far as accomplishments goes, like, is there, you know, I don't know if we should call them accomplishments, but you know, like, is there something that you're looking to make happen?
My ultimate goal is I want to become a professional wrestler, and in my opinion, as the IRS defines it, you're not a professional until that is your career. So my goal, whether it's WWE, Japan, you know, going around the indie circuit, a lot of guys are able to do it nowadays where they do not have a day job, and to me, that is my goal.
That is a hell of a goal. I think that should be a lot of people's goals if you're in the pro wrestling business, absolutely. So we also do something a little fun here. We do it with every guest.
Right.
It's we're gonna show you a picture,
All right.
and then you just kind of explain the picture. Just tell me what you see, what's going on. You know, if you want, you can tell me what led up to it. You know,
Right.
but this is what we got.
That is me forearming Jekyll's, the Jester, and Sparky Ballard.
Almost looks like he's convulsing in a sense.
Yeah, convulsing in the background.
Kinda.
This is a match that I was told from day one that at Stoner U that was going to happen.
Oh, okay.
It was something that I had been aware of that this needed to happen. I started my training out at All Pro Wrestling in 2011. As I've stated, I was not prepared, horrible shape, did not prepare myself in any way, shape, or form of what I was getting into. And the trainer at the time was Jekyll's, and he felt that it was disrespectful to for somebody to show that unprepared and was frustrated that I was like that, and it just the continuous injuries, and it really frustrated him as a trainer. So when after Roland died and I went to Stoner U, it was something that the Commandos were very adamant with me that I will be working Jekyll's at some point. That needs to happen. He is a great worker. It's a solid worker, and I need to prove myself. That still needs to be done because I failed to do it as his student. And so the match was very important. It was good. It was beautifully snug.
Big forearm right off the bat. Another one. Back and forth. I feel like Amish Johnson is ultimately
snug.
That's a great phrase there. I like that. That's nice.
I mean, we really lit into each other, and it was so much fun. And it's something that's great because I really like being aggressive. I like really just going after people. It's what I enjoy. I enjoy throwing heat back and forth. I enjoy more of a stronger style. But it's something that you can't always do because not everybody can go. But when you have an opponent as skilled and as size like that, and you know he can go. Plus, there's that little bit of built up animosity.
Oh yeah.
It needed to get worked out, and it did. And like we're nothing but nice things to say about him, and it's. And I'm not saying there was heat. It was just like he was disappointed at me as a student. And, we just needed to hash things out in the ring.
Yeah, and that's kind of nice for pro wrestling. I mean, for wrestlers in general, like when situations like this arise, you guys do have the ring to work that out. You know, to say, hey, let's get this right. So that's cool, man. And this is NorCal Tonight. I am Allstate Chris. Once again, I'm here with Amish Johnson. Any plugging? Do we have a he would sell you his T-shirt, but he ordered like this mass quantity, all gone.
I'm sold out of T-shirts right now. I'm hoping to get a new batch in soon. You can follow me on Twitter. It's Twitter @DozerWrench. I am also Amish Johnson on Facebook, and Instagram is also DozerWrench. The Instagram and Twitter may change future, but that's what they are right now.
That's what they are right now. So just follow, support. This is Amish Johnson. This is NorCal Tonight. I appreciate you. Good man, bro. So as far and you know. I love being able to edit, right? 'Cause that's fucking awesome.
I was trying.
Yes! I felt so good about it.
And then, as I'm laughing, I look over here and I see a fucking panda in the corner.
Oh, dude, that should have been your gimmick up on the desk.
Put it on the desk.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Captain slowly brought the band.
When I close the show, I should do it. Oh, man, okay. So, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.